The air in the Heat Properties office felt heavy that Friday afternoon, the kind of thick, damp heat that clung to you long after you stepped inside. It was August, and the air conditioner had given up 2 days ago. Jane and Kevin Heat ran the small company. And while it wasn't always easy, they had what they thought was a good crew. Stan, the manager, was a joker. Cindy, the deputy, was sharp but quiet. Then there were the younger staff, Alice, Dan, and Amy. They were all eager, trying to get a foothold in the business. But none of them saw the dark cloud hanging over them. Not yet. And then there was Anthony. Spencer, he'd started a month ago. He was young, kept to himself, and didn't say much about his past. But there was something about him that didn't sit right. Amy noticed it first. She'd lean over to Alice and whisper, "Doesn't he just look at you weird sometimes?" It wasn't just the way he stared, or how he'd stand a little too close when talking. It was the way he lingered, waiting for a moment to make things uncomfortable. Cindy noticed it, too. "I caught him following you in the parking lot the other day, Amy," she said one morning. "You need to be careful with that one." Stan just laughed it off, saying Anthony was probably just a shy kid. But Jane, the owner, she had a bad feeling, like watching a storm roll in and knowing you don't have time to close the windows. Everything shifted that Thursday. Amy stayed late. The office was too quiet, the hum of the fluorescent lights too loud. She was organizing papers when she heard footsteps behind her. She froze. "Didn't know you'd still be here." Anthony's oily voice slid through the silence. He stepped closer. I was just finishing up," Amy stammered. He was standing right behind her now, too close for comfort. She turned, her back pressed against the desk. He was smiling, a wide, unsettling grin. "You should head out," he said, but it didn't sound like a suggestion. Then he added something that made her stomach drop. "I always stay late. People don't like to notice, but they always leave the best stuff behind when they go home." The next day, Amy didn't show up for work. No call, no message. When they found her car in the parking lot, empty and unlocked, the air turned cold. They searched the building, but it wasn't until they checked the basement that they found her. Amy's body was cold, her face twisted in terror. There was no blood, no obvious wounds. But it was enough. The police questioned everyone, but it was Cindy, always observant, who noticed a faint bruise on Anthony's wrist a few days later. Everything clicked. Anthony was the last one to leave. He'd been the one lurking, watching, but with no hard evidence. The police let him go. He vanished from the area shortly after, never to be seen by the Heat Properties staff again.